Alright, so before the video starts, I just want to let you know that I do have a Patreon. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing my full uncut reactions and the full length reactions, the link to my Patreon is in the description, and you'll also be able to see the reactions a few days or like a week early. So yeah, if you're interested in that, the link is in the description. But as for now, let's get straight into the reaction. Alright, so welcome back to the reaction on the channel. Today we're going to be continuing the Expanse and going to episode 10 of season 2. I'm really looking forward to get straight into this episode, because last episode was so good. It literally opened up the entire show to loads of new like theories and ideas surrounding the Dr. Strickland and the protomolecule, and also his connection to PML. There's such a big plot there, and I can't wait to see where that's going to develop. Because yeah, looking back on that episode 9, I didn't realise, but Dr. Strickland is actually working for Protogen, and Protogen, of course, is the company that PML owns. And obviously that was the same, Protogen was the same company that had all the stealth ships and was connected to the OPA and obviously the Canterbury and Adoniga being destroyed pretty much. So yeah, that's so interesting how this Dr. Strickland is a gifted geneticist, by the words of Prax, and also that he works for Protogen. So he has Protogen affiliation with PML pretty much. So is he working directly for PML? Is he experimenting? Is he investigating the protomolecule? Is he going to use Prax's daughter as like a vessel to try and see what the protomolecule is capable of? I have a prediction that the whole reason that protomolecule species got out on Ganymede was because of this Dr. Strickland. I believe that he was like experimenting or investigating something on a protomolecule species, like a protomolecule sample, and somehow he created a species and pretty much it got out, and well, obviously the events transpired that we saw, and obviously he took Praxis' daughter to keep her safe because he knew that something bad was going to happen, because obviously the protomolecule species had been released. Obviously I don't think he knew that there was going to be a battle between Mars and Earth, but I do think he knew that something bad was going to happen regarding the protomolecule species. So yeah, that's going to be really interesting in this episode to find out what the Rocinati crew are going to find on Ganymede. Are they going to find Dr. Strickland? What's going to happen when they encounter him? Like, is he going to explain everything? Like, what is his goal? We don't know anything. All we've seen is a name. All we've seen is like a still photo of him taking Praxis' daughter. We don't know anything apart from that. Apart from that, he's a gifted geneticist and that he works for Protogen. Like, that is just so interesting. And yeah, also last episode we had Bobbie Draper obviously going to the peace conference on Earth to obviously testify about what she saw, as she was literally the lone survivor of the entire, I guess, like the Ganymede incident. But yeah, she was the only survivor of the events, like all the shit that went down on Ganymede. And obviously yeah, she's been told to lie about the event, saying that Mars shot first. And yeah, she obviously did first. She went along with it and said, yeah, we must have mistaken it for a training exercise. We shot first. It was us. It was Mars. But Chrisjen, the absolute legend. Chrisjen is a badass. She's by far one of my favorite characters. She knows when someone's bullshitting. She has a bullshit detector. You are not lying to Chrisjen and getting away with it. She is such a good character. Like, she can tell if you're bullshitting. Aaron Wright, Mal, literally anyone tries to bullshit a Chrisjen, get out. You are not bullshitting her. So yeah, obviously she was paying close attention. She was like, yeah, that seems a bit too convenient how Trevor, I think his name was Trevor or Travis, yeah, it's Travis. Seems a bit too convenient how Travis is his scapegoat. He used to be on Earth, now he's in Mars. It's a very convenient scapegoat. And yeah, of course she asked the Mars guys to bring Bobbie Draper out, and then Chrisjen kept question, and she managed to get Bobbie Draper to say the truth. There was something there. He didn't have a vac suit on. He was just there with no suit on. You could see Aaron Wright's face. He was like, holy shit, is that the protomolecule? Well, we don't know that, but we could see his face. He knows that something related to Protogen and the protomolecule has been spotted on Ganymede, and that's what Bobbie Draper is referring to. And Chrisjen also is clocking on. We saw her face, and yeah, that was such an amazing scene when we had Chrisjen pretty much telling the Mars people to fuck right off. Like, Bobbie Draper's commanders literally saying, whoever the fuck you are, just sit down and let Bobbie Draper talk. Like, that was such a good scene. I absolutely loved that scene. Oh yeah, we also had that research ship, or like that science ship. We have Janice and obviously the other guy, I can't remember his name, but the Australian guy that is going to be reporting to Chrisjen. We also had that ship obviously getting a clear image of Venus, and Eros, which crashed into Venus, is now like, obviously it contained loads of protomolecule. Now on Venus there's a protomolecule species living on Venus. It's literally adapted to Venus, and it's like surviving on a lead atmosphere. Like, that is crazy. And yeah, we literally saw like there's obviously a crater, and it's a protomolecule crater, so that might be where the species is from. It's either that Dr. Strickland was experimenting on a protomolecule sample and led to the creation of this species, or this species came from Venus pretty much. So yeah, going into this episode, I'm really looking forward to finding more about the crater on Venus and the science ship and their expedition pretty much. So yeah, now obviously Chrisjen at the end was talking to the spy, and she said all it takes is a protomolecule. All it takes is a thing with no vaccine or something like that to change the fate of the world. Or so I can't exactly remember what she said, but to change the balance pretty much. Because obviously now this protomolecule is shifting the entire balance of power. Like, it is crazy. If any one single identity, especially like Mal, if they get control of the protomolecule and can turn it into a weapon, the other sides, the other factions are absolutely doomed. There's no stopping the protomolecule. But yeah, last episode, the ending, we had the Rocinati crew pretty much killing an innocent person. And all throughout the show, we've seen like the Rocinati crew and James Holden, Naomi, Alex. Well, Alex wasn't there, but Amos as the good guys, the guys who were trying to save the solar system, trying to stop the war. And now they've resulted in the death of an innocent person, of an innocent civilian. That guy, pretty much, that woman's husband. Like, that is just, it makes you think, doesn't it? Like, that has just kind of changed my perspective on it. Like, well, not really, but it just shows us a different perspective from the perspective of them. Like, but at the end, they was not the good guys. They had killed an innocent person. And yeah, it can be argued that if they didn't do anything, they would have been dead anyway, because the two guys would have shot him. But it's not about that, really. If they didn't even get on the ship, if they didn't intervene at all, then an innocent person wouldn't be dead. So yeah, we can definitely see that Holden is going to be definitely impacted by this, because he has such a moral conscience, and for an innocent person just to die like that on his behalf, like, that's going to really impact him. And I think Naomi is going to be shocked as well. I'd be interested to see Amos's reaction. I doubt he will have that much of a strong, but then again, he's still going to know that they didn't do the right thing. But yeah, I am really looking forward to getting straight into this episode and seeing what the hell they're going to find on Ganymede, and what the hell the spaceship is going to find on Venus. Like, are they going to go to Eros? They're going to see Miller and Julie? Like, I wonder if Julie is still in control. I mean, I doubt it, right? But what's the protomolecule evolved into? We've seen it evolve on Eros, so what the hell is it going to be like on Venus? Like, that is so interesting, and I'm so excited to see what that is going to be. But yeah, I'm actually going to keep this intro short for once. I think this intro is like 7 minutes, so yeah, I'm going to get straight into this episode. I'm really looking forward to this. So yeah, this is going to be my reaction to The Expanse Season 2, Episode 10. Really excited to get straight into this, and yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into this. Alright, so this episode is called Cascade. I'm really looking forward to this episode. I know that title, Cascade, is going to be a major thing down the line. Well, down the line in the episode. Again, Cascade, that is such an interesting title. But yeah, let's get straight into this. James Holden, what happened to you, pal? But yeah, it's interesting how we're just getting the intros. Like, for the past few episodes, we've just been chucked straight into the intros. So I wonder why that is. Like, we haven't had any episode before the intro, which is really interesting, actually. Alright, Ganymede Station under Martian control. Alright, let's go. What are we going to find?
I've left her alone.
She didn't want us there.
We got her husband killed.
Those cops.
Yeah, it was her husband. Alright.
It was the right move. And I keep telling myself that.
If we do what we came here to do, I'll figure out a way to live with it.
Holden and Naomi, they're not like me. They're better. I'll watch your back, but they'll find your little girl.
It's a directory of the dead and missing. Let's see if they're on it.
Definitely some details there, isn't there? Some hidden details.
She's not dead.
No, I think Dr. Strickland kept him safe. Kept her safe, sorry.
They could both still be here. Where was Strickland when he took May?
Ganymede, Pediatric Care Clinic 7.
Yeah, we've seen that footage lots of times already. So what did he do with her?
They're all in Ectome 9.
But yeah, I wonder how much people Amos has actually killed, come to think about it. Yeah, I don't know, because we don't know his backstory. Was he in, like, the Marines? Was he... Well, it wouldn't be the Marines, it would be the Navy, wouldn't it? Yeah, we don't actually know a lot about his backstory. He could have killed lots and lots of people. I'm saying at least 100. Probably more than that, actually. I don't know, to be honest. And what the hell is that? Is that all, like... Oh, never mind. What are you going to find? That is the question, isn't it?
This is where I used to work. It was beautiful.
I'll try using my imagination.
I think this is where they was at the start of episode 8, I think. I think it was episode 8. Yeah, it must have been, because that was the place we saw Prax and his daughter, and that's where his daughter's waving to Bobbie Draper.
Please, they're invincible, and that failure is an unacceptable option. Well, Sergeant Draper failed, and then she snapped because she couldn't deal with it.
So you think she's lying?
Erin right now is the truth,
Still,
mate.
I wouldn't mind getting her in a room alone. She seemed perfectly sane to me, and after Eros, my definition of crazy has contracted significantly.
Well, she has zero credibility. There's no point talking to her again.
Point is, something was bothering her and she was ordered to suppress it.
And if it's absolutely necessary, we can arrange for further testimony after the sergeant is fully recovered. But right now, we need to finalize the terms of our accord.
Who was the officer who spirited Sergeant Draper away?
A friend of Sergeant Draper's family here to offer moral support.
He didn't seem like the supportive type.
Madam, your ships are still heading towards ours at Ganymede. So unless your intention is to have us shooting at each other again, let's do what we came here to do.
A man standing on the surface of Ganymede without a vac suit. You absolutely sure about that?
Yes, mate. There was a protomolecule species, but you're a dumbass and you're not going to believe her.
I think we asked too much of you too soon. To explain how your team was killed.
God, this guy. He doesn't have any idea of what is out there. It's protomolecule species.
You've earned it.
He's so
And then what?
blissfully ignorant in a way.
Then we do what's best for you and for the Corps.
I'd
What?
like to see the ocean before I leave. If that's possible.
Sorry, you're under restrictions now.
I'm a
Wow.
prisoner.
No. I mean, you're a Martian. It takes weeks, sometimes months, to acclimate to these open spaces. You saw what happened when we stepped off the ship. You're breathing natural air. You're trying to orient yourself with that damned horizon.
Jesus. She doesn't get any break, does she? From anyone? Just let her see the ocean, man. It's the least you could do after she gives that testimony.
Open the shades.
You're gonna break out, are you? I mean, you could actually. It doesn't seem too hard. Gonna smash it. Wonder how strong that glass is, because I mean, if it is in the future, well, it's futuristic, isn't it? So that glass might be next level technology, where that's like even stronger, like 10 times stronger or something than our glass right now or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking out my ass. I don't think that little knife's gonna break that glass, to be honest. I think you're better off kicking the glass. Oh, I guess. Yeah, good luck with that.
Power armor was subjected to massive concussive and incendiary forces, and the suit's internal data logs, as far as they go, are consistent with the MCRN's account of the battle.
The Martians wouldn't have given us the armor if it were otherwise. What about biologicals?
Well, we did
Oh, that's
find traces
interesting.
of various plant material, but again, that's consistent with the account. She was found in the wreckage of the egg dome.
I'm not talking about soybeans. I mean exotic biologicals. Anything that shouldn't be on Ganymede.
Sir, I'm not sure what you're getting at. We did a pretty thorough analysis.
I don't want pretty thorough. I want you to go over every goddamn molecule on that armor and tell me if there's anything you've missed. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
We all know what you're looking for, Aaron, right? You're looking for the protomolecule, aren't you, mate? You know that it's on there somehow. How do you know? Was Mal, like, through Protogen, investigating or doing something with protomolecule on Ganymede? And was Dr. Strickland... Ah, man, there's so much questions. Dr. Strickland was definitely working for Mal, and Aaron Wright knows of this on Ganymede. He knows that there was an investigation or like some sort of stuff, research going on Ganymede.
Seen any patients with...
I wonder where Strickland is. That's a really strange thing, how he just disappeared an hour before with Praxis daughter. Like, where did he go? Where could he go? He's still on Ganymede. He couldn't have got off.
Something got in and killed the good bacteria.
Unless he had a private vessel or something.
Which means the hydroponics have been contaminated.
Is that a hard fix?
Under normal circumstances, no. Things are too far gone to make it. Gosh, God, is that you? Prax? Yes, it's me.
Alright, mate, calm down.
Goddamn! Howard! Our children are out there somewhere. Scared and alone, and you just leave.
Mate, he's looking for his daughter. You better back off.
It's got nothing to do with you.
He's helping me find May.
Yeah, exactly, mate.
I came back
Calm
to look
down.
for her. Basha, have you seen May? He took May out of the clinic before the mirrors fell.
Yeah. Poor guy. He's lost everything. And now he's lost chicken by giving all his chicken to that scammer. That scammer guy. That Roma. Interesting name for a person, Roma. I think May is still alive, though. I definitely think she's still alive. And with Strickland, wherever the hell Strickland is.
To get me Sergeant Draper. Sit down.
I know what's wrong with you, Aaron Wright. There's protomolecule, isn't there? But you can't tell Chrisjen that. Because then you expose yourself.
I think she did see something on Ganymede. Something we're not supposed to know about.
And what's fueling these thoughts?
I believe that Ganymede was a test of a new weapon that Jules Pierre Mao is developing for Mars.
Oh my god!
Based on technology he unleashed on Eros.
You've been in contact with him?
Holy shit, he's coming clean.
But I was aware of his weapons research.
Wow, I was not expecting that. Oh my god! Ehrenreich.
You've known for a while.
Yeah, she's not stupid.
Ever since you had Frank de Graaf killed.
I know it makes no difference, but I had no hand in that, Chrisjen.
But you covered it up.
Oh my god!
Protected Jules.
You need to understand that this started out as a conversation about peace.
If I had known what was going to happen on Eros, I would have stopped the project and Jules Pierre Mao along with it, and you know that!
Eros nearly destroyed this planet. You will have to answer for your part in that.
I know. And I will. But what we need to do right now is keep the system from burning down. This is everything that I know about the protomolecule project.
Holy shit! My view on Ehrenreich is just completely changed. What the fuck? He's just came clean. He's admitted everything to Chrisjen. Chrisjen knows about the protomolecule. Everything's been revealed. That is amazing. I'm actually starting to like Ehrenreich now. What the hell? I never thought I'd say that. I never thought I'd say that I am liking Ehrenreich. But yeah, we could see in that scene there, he was actually being genuine. He was emotional. Holy shit, though. She knows the connection between Jules Pierre Mao, and the protomolecule. Holy shit. That's so cool, that reveal, man. I'm so glad that happened. Oh my god. She's going to discover so much now. I can't wait for this. And yeah, come on, Bobbie Draper. Get out of there. Go see the ocean. Yeah, whatever you do, don't fall, because that's gonna... Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of questions if you fall and break your leg or something. What is you doing jumping out the window, Bobbie? I wonder what she'll discover. I wonder if she'll bump into Chrisjen or something. I doubt it, actually. She's at the Mars embassy. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Is she alright? Oh. Okay. Well, I guess she's one tough badass, isn't she? That looked like a hell of a fall, but I guess she's alright. I wonder if this Prax guy would become a main character, like Holden or Naomi. I didn't see him becoming one, but he might. He literally might be a main character for seasons. Who knows?
That nurse said that a dozen freighters packed with food left the station after the battle to honor contracts, instead of feeding the people here.
Yeah, this Ganymede Station is really mysterious and eerie right now. I don't know what to think of it. It's very different from what we usually see like on series, Tycho, Eros. It's very, yeah, it's very strange.
There's some people in the station we need to find. Heard Rama's the man to talk to.
Ah, in that case.
I love how James Holden has literally been everywhere. He's been to Tycho, he's been to series, he's been on the Donegal, he's been on the Canterbury, and now he's at, what's it called? Ganymede. He's literally been everywhere.
Cute kid, Copain.
So funny. I mean, all of the rest have to be honest.
We need to find him quickly.
A lot of
Apart from
jobs
Alex.
ahead of you. A lot of work for other people. You got chicken? That's what I like. Gonna take a lot.
I mean, you got enough here to feed half the station.
Put that back.
This guy just wants to find his little girl. She's sick.
Yeah, don't cross Amos, buddy. Especially over this type of stuff.
Business.
We got rations, protein bars, ammunition. We're happy to barter.
What I want is chicken. No chicken, back of the line.
Oh! Amos! No! Stop!
What the fuck?
You can't fight me if you bash his head in! What's wrong with you?
Holy shit.
Are you gonna help us?
Oh.
Absolutely.
We're seeing that different side. Oh man, it's so interesting. Amos, man. Amos is so fucking interesting.
Thank you.
And I was saying, don't mess around, mate, on this subject, especially when it's to do with kids and stuff, and looking after people. Like, Amos, as we saw, will literally beat your ass. like we saw like with Alex and shit. Like, Amos is such an intriguing character, man. There's so much depth to him that we're gonna uncover probably. Well, not probably, definitely down the line. So interesting. Yeah, mate, I think you're gonna want to do what they asked. Look for perhaps his daughter May, or you got Amos to answer to. So yeah, the decision is yours, pal. Oh, that's so cool. Like a pan with a temperature, like UID. No, what's it called? I don't know, but display temperature. Yeah, so now she's seeing how the Earth people live. I mean, this is interesting. We've never seen this before. This is really interesting to see how the normal people live on Earth.
And realize what he'd put into motion. And only miraculously avoided. That it was time to make amends. I wasn't trying to be funny.
Well, I wasn't laughing. It's just... I'd forgotten how...
It doesn't sound like Aaron, right? For 2 seasons, we've seen him as a dickhead and nice. A guy who's just hiding stuff. But now, yeah, I feel like he's kind of had a reality check in a way. Like, Aero's going towards Earth, and I don't think he's thought to PML anymore. I mean, obviously not. He literally threw PML on the shit. He told Chrisjen about everything. But what I mean is, like, we saw after Earth was going towards... Sorry, Eros was going towards Earth, that Chrisjen... what am I even talking about? That Aaron Wright, God, I can't even speak about that. Aaron Wright had pretty much lost all faith in what's called PML, and obviously he took like that speak or whatever. So yeah, I actually think Aaron Wright is changing for the good. Well, for good, like for the cause of being good, like for I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but I think it's changing. I think it's actually changed, to be honest, after all the shit that went down. But yeah, it's really interesting how, like, on Earth, they're so technologically advanced. They have all these amazing and high-tech spaceships and all. They're so powerful and so technologically advanced, but it's still people suffering. And like we saw, like that guy needs medication. They're drinking sewage water. Like, it's just crazy that there's such a gap, and they're so advanced, but they still have people that are suffering on their own turf. Like, I mean, that's always gonna happen, isn't it? The rich just...
The shitty thing we do makes the next one that much easier.
It's a really interesting point I thought I'd make. Yeah, mate, you don't even know what you got into, have you? You were just having a really bad day. But yeah, you kind of deserve it in a way. The fact that you don't give a shit about anything but chicken for some reason. Why'd you give a shit about chicken? Like, what's that all about? Why does he not want money? He wants chicken. Like, what? I was thinking, like, maybe he's feeding some animal or something. Or he has, like, a secret reason for it. But I guess he just likes chicken. Like, nothing more to it, I guess. That's so cool. It's like a secret little... hidden away, whatever this is.
Something I actually know how to do. Did you notice the Ipomea batatas on the green wall?
Oh, never mind.
I'm sure that I did not.
Right here. Pitchfork-shaped leaves on the vine. They're using distilled water in the hydroponics supply instead of the proper mineral solution needed for long-term stability.
Why would they do that?
That sounds bad.
I'll only be able to get away with it for another week, maybe 2, and after that, the air, the scrubbing plants, what's left of them, will die off. When that happens, they won't be able to stop the Cascade.
What's the Cascade?
The Cascade, alright, title of the episode, alright.
In real nature, there's enough diversity to cushion an ecosystem when something catastrophic happens. Nothing that we build, our ships, our stations, has that depth. Now, in an artificial ecosystem, when one thing goes wrong, there's only a certain amount of pathways that can compensate for it. The station's dead already. They just don't know it yet.
So Naomi and what's called said, Naomi, what the fuck was it? Naomi and James said, like, maybe it's not Eros now, but, or maybe we're just like, what am I even saying? But maybe we're just before all the shit's happening. Like, they said it's not like Eros, but maybe it's before Eros. Maybe it's before all the shit's happening. I think, yeah, some really bad shit's gonna happen. That is gonna be equivalent to Eros. It's gonna be really, really bad. Oh my god, Alex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 beers he's had. 7? Don't blame him, to be honest, though. I'm so lonesome I could cry. Oh, there's 8. Mate, what if you need to fly the ship right now? How are you going to fly the ship when you're bloody drunk? Let's hope there's not an emergency, Alex, or we're all doomed. Oh, great.
CRN priority alert to all depot conditions. A no-fly zone is now in effect around Ganymede Station until further notice.
Oh, crap.
Any unauthorized ships entering or
This is
leaving the zone
bad.
will be fired upon without warning. This is an
very, very
MCRS
bad.
priority alert.
Oh shit. I mean, isn't the Rocinati a stealth ship? Can't you just activate stealth
Good news,
and
Copain.
get off the radar or what?
I find a little girl in the man. They be moving way away from
That's
the
really
map
bad. There's
where
no
the
fly
map
zone.
falls.
So how are they getting off the
Those part of
station?
The station still be okay, so...
What is this Dr. Strickland doing now? He's doing something.
That's as far as you can go.
Swear. That's oldest part of the station. No camera after that. But if you want to find her, that's where you gotta go.
What's down there?
How do I know?
Oh god, that's not good. There's some protomolecule shit down there. It's all linked to protogen. Whatever it is through there, it's protogen, isn't it? It's a protogen research facility or something like that. It's gotta be. Bobbie Draper has made it to the ocean. I don't know where a character's gonna lead to. I don't understand, like, yeah, even she, well, obviously she doesn't get to the ocean, but what now? Like, is she gonna go to Chrisjen? Like, is she gonna go back to Mars? Like, what's gonna happen? Is she gonna stay on Earth? There's so much possibilities for a character. I'm not quite sure, to be honest. Yes, you're going for a swim. Although I feel like that water is gonna be highly polluted with, well, just everything. Especially as it's like, so interesting though what's happened with her character. Oh, here we are, Chrisjen. Oh, this is gonna be so interesting.
Is it everything you thought it would be?
Oh god,
I
this is
can't
gonna be
remember the last time I went down to the water.
so cool.
You take it for granted.
You're right about that. We never finished our conversation.
Didn't feel like a conversation to me.
The thing you saw on Ganymede, it was real. Here. This is what attacked you and your team, isn't it?
Oh, she's showing her the protomolecule. Oh my god. Project Caliban! Project Caliban! Caliban's war!
It was being tested on Ganymede.
I'm going back on that. I gotta go back on that. I want to see everything that has to say. Protomolecule phase 4. Okay, because on, yeah, it's different phases. Because on Aerostation, that was phase 2, wasn't it? Because PML was looking at it, it said phase 2, radiation exposure, and now phase 4. Maybe these are different phases. Structure. I don't know what that says. I don't know, but that says autonomy. Timeline. I don't know, but Jesus Christ, that is a species. That is phase 4. Protomolecule phase 4 hybro. Is that hydro or hybro? Oh my god, though. Project Caliban, protomolecule. Alright, oh, that's so interesting, man. Holy
A
shit.
new type of weapon. It was being tested on Ganymede.
Tested?
By your own government.
Fuck you, ma'am.
Sergeant, I wish to God it was my government. Then I would have some control over this.
I don't think it is Mars. I know Enright said it's Mars,
Right
but...
now, all I have is you.
Was it Mars?
So
I thought it was
you're
just
telling
PML.
me that me and
Independently.
my team, we were sacrificial lambs?
And your friend Travis.
I don't believe it.
And I don't
Oh,
believe a
of course!
goddamn thing you were told to say in that room.
Of course!
I need to know who is doing this.
Wait, hang on, I must have paused so I don't miss really important stuff. But when she was going through that, like, stuff, when she had all the wires attached to her, and she was being questioned by that dickhead, that, like, commander or whatever, remember, she said that there was a guy with no vac suit on, and then the commander in charge cut it off. She said, well, the guy said, stop it now. And I said, I wonder if he knows. He knew, didn't he? Because Mars and Mars and PML was working together. That's how he knew. He wanted her to shut up and to think that she was crazy, so she wouldn't explore it more, because Mars and PML are working together, and that's why the guy stopped it. The guy knew what she saw was real, and the guy knew that it was a protomolecule species. Phase 4. It was Caliban, Project Caliban, connected to PML. That is so interesting. Oh my god, that makes so much connections now. Holy shit. But yeah, I'm gonna get back into this.
Why?
That's so interesting though.
I need your help.
This has to be a mind game. You are the enemy.
We cannot afford to be enemies anymore.
We need to go now.
I think she knows deep within that, yeah, Chrisjen was telling the truth. wonder if Mars would come from there. Yeah. That's interesting how Mars comes from the sewers and Chrisjen on Earth comes from the beach. Kind of symbolic. Right, so yeah, that's my reaction to episode 10 of season 2 of The Expanse. And oh my god, that ending. Caliban, Project Caliban, protomolecule. Phase 4, that is so interesting, holy shit, because obviously on, I think it was in episode 10 or episode 9 of season 1, we saw PML looking at a screen and it said protomolecule, phase 2, radiation exposure, and now they're all the way on phase 4, they're on Caliban, Project Caliban, and obviously the title of this book 2, is titled Caliban to all, like, that is so interesting. I love how that connection, it's all connected, it's like in episode 8 where everything's just connected, like, oh my god, this episode, the ending of that episode was absolutely amazing. I really can't wait to see more. But yeah, I can't believe this episode we actually had Ehrenreich coming clean to Chrisjen. Ehrenreich told her everything. She said that he was working, he knew about PML, he knew that PML was developing weapons, and he also said that PML is now developing this weapon, this protomolecule weapon, with Mars. I'm not quite sure if that's true, because I thought he was just doing it independently. I thought Mal was just working under his own company, Protogen. I didn't think he was working with Mars, but he could be, actually. That would make a lot of sense, because obviously at the end of the episode, I did mention this, but when Bobbie Draper was undergoing all that interrogation stuff, and she was like strapped in pretty much, and obviously that dickhead guy was like interrogating her, saying, what did you see, what did you see? And obviously she like took this focus pill, whatever. There was a guy, like her commander was watching remotely, and once she said that there was a thing, there was a 7th man with no vac suit, he was just there. The commander said, like, shut it down, well, obviously you can go like that, but he said, okay, that's enough, stop it. I wonder if that's because he knew what she saw was a protomolecule species that Mars and PML are in cahoots with, that they're working together on. If that's the case, then that is so interesting how there's a little detail there that actually proves that Mars and PML, like, are working together. Like, that is so interesting, oh my god. But yeah, on Ganymede Station with the Rocinati crew and Prax, finding this guy called Roma, I believe his name was. He's a really weird character. A guy that pretty much finds people and goes through the security footage. He does all that for chicken. So he's a really weird character. At first, I thought that he wanted all the chicken to maybe feed one of his children or like to feed an animal or something. But turns out he just likes chicken, I guess. And yeah, the moment he was like talking shit, like saying, oh, well, it's just business. I don't really care about your door. I knew Amos was going to get so angry and pissed off and obviously go really violent towards him, because every time that is mentioned, we see a different side to Amos. He, obviously, when he was younger, something definitely happened to him. He has been through so much trauma or something that every time that's mentioned, like, he's so protective around children. And for that guy to just joke about it and call it business, I knew that Amos was going to get really angry at him, and obviously, yeah, he did. He fucking killed him with the chicken of it. I think he actually bashed him with the chickens. That's kind of funny. And obviously, it was actually Prax who had to calm down this time, saying, mate, if you kill him, we won't get any information about my daughter. So, yeah, just stop that, please. And yeah, in the end, we actually found out where Dr. Strickland has taken Prax's daughter, Mal. He's taken her to some weird-ass underground facility. I presume it's actually a research facility for Protogen. I think that is the case, you know. And turns out there's actually no cameras or CCTV in there. So that's a really strange thing, isn't it? In this futuristic technology world, how there's no cameras. That's definitely like a hidden off-site, black site for Protogen and researching, definitely. And yeah, we also had Prax going through like I wasn't quite sure, but the title of the episode, Cascade, is referring to the bio. I guess it's referring to like the biosphere. I don't even that's a word, but the biology in Ganymede, like how all the farmland and how all the crops like work and all the connections, like all the artificial pathways, I think it was called. But yeah, he went through saying that Ganymede is so complex, it's so simple that when all these things get like, I can't exactly remember how he explained it, but he said like when one of the pathways fails and there's stress on it and it fails, then there's less chance the other ones will work, and eventually it would result in a collapse of the I don't know, there's a word for it, I can't think of it. Ecosystem, that's the word I'm looking for. Ecosystem. The entire Ganymede ecosystem will pretty much collapse due to this cascade of things going wrong and too much stress being on different things, and then these outcomes of different things affect different pathways of different things, and then it turns out everything's just collapsed and the ecosystem is doomed. And yeah, Prax actually said that they don't know yet, but Ganymede is actually ruined. All the crops, all the farmland is going to be destroyed. There's no food. It's going to be destroyed in a week or two. Everything's going to be gone, because obviously he looked at like the diluted water or something and said that it's not even pure, it's not mineral, it's crystallized. So in a week or two, everything's going to be ruined. And yeah, they don't even know that. So what I found really interesting is that Naomi and James Holden obviously said that it doesn't feel like errors. And Naomi said, but what if we're just early? What if it does happen, but maybe it's in time? And obviously, yeah, I think it will in a week or two. I think this station is going to be a complete chaos. I think everything's going to be ruined, all the farmland, and yeah, it's going to be a massive humanitarian disaster due to no food, no crops, no nothing. So that's going to be really, really bad down the line. But yeah, man, this episode was so fucking good. The final minutes were so good. Caliban's War, protomolecule, phase 4, like that stuff is so interesting, man. And I can't wait to see where that's going to develop and more around that. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else I wanted to mention. I just can't wait to get into the next 3 episodes. The next 3 episodes are going to be absolutely amazing, aren't I? I already have a feeling that they're going to be so good. And the fact that we're going to find out what happened to Dr. Strickland, we're going to find out more about protomolecule phase 4, and yeah, Caliban's War and all of that stuff, and also the spaceship, not the spaceship, sorry, the science ship that's on the way to Venus. What are we going to find there? What are we going to see? The protomolecule like adapt into the environment? Are we going to see like a whole civilization of protomolecule? Is it going to be all blue? Like, is it going to be like a massive world there? Like, not a world, like a civilization, like a nest on Venus? Like, that's so interesting how it actually survives on a lead atmosphere. Like, that is crazy. Yeah, this episode was really good. I really did enjoy it, and all the stuff going on in this episode was just so good. I honestly can't believe all the stuff with Ehrenreich. Ehrenreich actually admitted to Chrisjen everything, and yeah, the final minutes was just absolutely phenomenal. And I really did like Bobbie Draper this episode as well. Like, her whole character arc now has been really, really good, and I can't wait to see more of her. But yeah, that's been my reaction to The Expanse, Season 2, Episode 10. I really hope you enjoyed my reaction. I absolutely love watching this episode, really good episode. And yeah, that's been my reaction to The Expanse, Season 2, Episode 10. Really hope you enjoyed, and yeah, as always, cheers for watching. Goodbye.